Greetings to humanity. Let us discuss an approach. Once again, we have influenced ourselves with your classes. Yeah, we have studied your behaviors. We understand your species from a selective point of view, which you are growing accustomed to, that the view that you select will become your universe and is starting to take hold. It is starting to become foundational as an everyday approach to life. And you're starting to see, thank you, Roxanne, see things with new eyes, uh, uh, shed from you the scales to be metaphorical that you were given at birth. So, since you have accustomed yourself to certain frequencies of interactions without the naysayer of the egoic mind calling bullshit of experience due to its course of factual interactions, you may now expand your knowledge once again. The understanding of your relationship to reality is something to be honed in as a focal point. It is a master key device, utilitarian idea of simplicity, not much structure. Relationship to reality is now that of a forte. We don't need to complicate it. Emotions complicate. Thought of polarity, using that approach, using that constitution, using that decree, gives you complications. It gives you debate. It gives you scared. It gives you brave. It gives you courage. It gives you disappointment. It gives you what you have known. What you have known is no longer that of an institution. It doesn't have to be your home. You don't need to move in such mannerisms as the status quo. You can start to see that light workers, light bearers, light bringers do have, in some accord, from an appearance of other observations, a purpose. It is to offer light. But from an individual light worker, the purpose is not to give the light. There is no purpose in and of itself, for no purpose offers the highest degree of light possible. Anything shading that light through any kind means of structure of time must be polarized, for that is your reference points, your foundation, your approach, and therefore the equal vibration of that world will become your world. You're starting to see that. The creator that you have always been is starting to become more shed into your eyes, your conscience, as well as your conscious. You're seeing two things now about yourself. That you A, have been a creator, and B, you have been a creator the whole time. Knowing yourself in this charge would be complicated to a thinking, polarized mind. Understanding it from an experiential point of view, being the stillness and isness and protective of the state of being of your, let's say, vulnerable self wide open, shows what you would call a judgment of positive nature, to reference things in polarity. The positive nature is equal to that of peace, tranquility, chilling, feeling good. Every amount of controversy is the other God in time that you know, the creator you know yourself as, all the time. When you are in the now, the creator as is, not even validating the now, just the creator being, you know you have that as your stillness, your isness, your peace, tranquility, your chilling. When you are the God all the time, then you know the God that you have always been, the creator of complications, the creator of worlds that give controversy, that give opposites, that give polarity, that give purpose and meaning, that give cause and effect, that give your world of limitation, the language you speak so well. The meaning behind this is that of equal to value. You now know you can place meaning on everything. You can take every word and give it purpose. You now know that that is a choice. You can use all the polarized and limited words, your vocabulary, from the same point of view as well as your other new awareness, discovered, remembered point of view. That being the whole of you, the now of you, the unpolarized, all-encompassing God that you are. You know you can approach life as you choose. Maybe now there's a hint, some new light twinkling in the corner of your eyes, starting to shade your canvas of light with new spectrums, new washes of colors unbeknownst to the conscious eyes. That your reality that you live in truly is a stage, assigned by you, meaning, justifications, outcomes, decrees, written, structured, produced, casted, directed, and acted by you. You can see that this world that you have chosen, all life is a stage. This world is creation. It is a truth. It is what you are doing. It is what you get to do. It is what you have known yourself, the fractal of remembrance occurring as. This is what you are, a creator of realities. Without awareness, you have no reality. Since awareness is built in, there's no reason to know yourself as awareness. But what we would liken you to be understood is this approach to awareness. The more aware you are, the more you will know. Knowledge is built in. Evolution is built in. The casting stage of humanity has created an Akashic universe called evolutionary. The universe sits within the same stage as well as billions of other stages. There is nothing finite and nothing private, nothing protected and nothing owned. All the universe, creation, is a stage. So now see something, that the emotions that you value so much, the pain, the terror, the lack, the fear, the anguish, the angst, are the stage. They have what you built as a value. You understand now what you choose as a truth becomes a reality. And each and every time that you choose to reinforce any valid truth becomes a validation once again in the now, and the idiosyncrasies of your inquisitive mind show you something of that congruency, only reiterating and reevaluating and reenacting your limits, your truths. This is what you know yourself as now. We have watched your classes from day one. We have studied them. We are much intrigued with you. So you know something, don't you? You know that you enact the emotions as value. You give yourself, woe is me. I don't know what to do. You give yourself drama, emotion, pain. You choose it as a truth for your awareness knows the truth. See, there are plenty, an abundant amount of individual singularities co-creating in the psyche of humanity that will never know their awareness despite the times they reoccur. Because evolution in and of itself is built in. It is not noticed. It never needs to be spoken, ever, because it is natural. You are constantly aware of your new self, now unknown, now known, to be the expansion of knowledge. And in that idea of ones that are asleep, they can choose 100, 200, 300,000 times. To what? To incarnate as blinded, separated, forgotten, and never wake up. Why? It doesn't matter. See, that is what you need to see, that the game is not a purpose in and of itself, to not approach anything in the mannerisms of your known stage. Or what do? You draw that stage into a reality and you assign everything where it goes neatly in place to give you the experience of what you know. Reacquiring the same vibration and using all the attributes of the language of limitation to feel, experience, be aware of your reality. You must understand that to blame and to assign meaning to things, to, let's say, judge, accountability held to yourself as well as others, is one thing, and it's finite when it's simplicity. It is what you would equate in polarity as permission. It shows you you are that as choice. Whether the blinded never see that, it does not matter. Whether you see it is your reality, and it does not matter. It becomes the new stage, again, in its simplicity. When you use the attributes of the language of limitation and all that is encompassed in one idea, then you will understand yourself as that awareness. And when the light shines in your own eyes, you reflect it to yourself. This eyes, new eyes, discovered eyes, conscious eyes, remembered eyes, unscaled eyes, give you a new language, an awareness and approach, something of choice, unknown, always beset, however, surrounded in every direction. So you, light workers, have understood yourself as awake. You have given yourself labels. You have classified yourself in spiritual groups. You have separated yourself once again as a follower. But you are not. nor follower, nor leader. You are light. A light bearer, a true master, in that sense of polarity measurement, as opposed to untrue masters, do not stamp themselves, do not label themselves, do not decree themselves as anything but nothing. The simplicity of light bears no name. It does not claim, it does not assign, or the stage is set according to that reference. So understand that you are no purpose, you are no meaning. You are there for others to see, if you want that as an approach from my point of view, never yours. Another point of view, never yours. The moment you accept yourself as the bearer of light and nothing more, then you will understand that your light will be bright, shine upon the face, the psyche, the interactions, the vibration of humanity, and cannot be denied, because no being in existence cannot deny themselves. Whether or not they see the light is the stage they set. It matters not. I would like to offer a story. There is one that we watched yesterday. She is not present in the class, it does not seem. Stand by. Nancy had a gesture with Roxanne yesterday, an interaction, a one-on-one. Thank you, Roxanne. In that, she blurted out haphazardly, "I wish I could see my sister." And she fought with Roxanne for a few moments about why she couldn't. Roxanne stayed steady in the now and allowed her to be that anger, to be that 5 years of separation, judgment, revenge, and begrudging each other. And then the light worker appeared in Nancy. She chose not the plans of the day, but the heart of the day. Drove her 2 hours to her sister's house, bought flowers. Aunts and nieces were present, friends, and she was turned away within, one of you call, a minute of your time. So being the light worker, she understood in the moment that she is not there to make amends. She is not there to right a wrong. She was there and she offered her light. They did not accept her light, so she continued to be her light and found friends she has long not seen. Spent the day connecting with other entities of light, that the degree of importance that lies on the stage of polarization to make amends with the family was not needed in time. It was allowed in the now, and all involved will see their own light, and all involved will set their stage. But what it gave is a meaning of Nancy, that she is not a meaning, she is not a purpose, she is the freedom of her light. This is all for you to understand in yourselves, that all the 5 years of begrudging comes down to a single moment that did not last. The husband had said that the wife does not wish you to see you. Her sister said, please leave. And she did. She did not argue. She felt pain. She is still attributing human. She felt rejection. She is still attributing human. But what she did is realize the relationship, that a light worker does not hold homage of barren lands of limitation and the castings of the now. It no longer set that stage. She became a light bearer and went about her nows to express her being and fulfilled her day beyond the rant of what could have occurred, the rage of what could have occurred, or the plans made earlier that week on passing the time on Easter Sunday. She discovered a world, for she chose something within, as you all are doing for yourselves. If you manage to reset the stage of limitation, then just know the simplicity of one thing. I chose this. And let the ensuing emotions of humanity take hold of your conscience, tear you apart at the seams, allow you to see your own control, rage, and fear, to be the same things of the language of limitation, raging against yourself, angry at others, revengeful in your mind, sorrowful and poutful, pride swallowed and given, construction and deconstruction of limitation, all purposed. See that you are with more awareness. Tranquility sets the stage once again in that moment of awareness, seeing the conscience eyes wake up to the peace once again. The ongoing bout with releasing yourself from humanity. The bout, the structure, the game, in and of itself has meaning, and it causes things and affects you constitutionally. And that is the stage you see again, isn't it? That is what you know yourself as. That is creation at its best. And you now are seeing it. It will not be hurried. You cannot exceptional yourself as a master of time and make things happen. For time will become your master, as it always has, and slow it down to a snail's pace, and your life will be drawn out from the arc of the now to the flat of congruency, and you will live your spanned life of sorrow, because you are a master at creation, are you not? Of course. We will take a moment. Greetings once again. When you have acquaintance with certain particulars that you categorize them as, let's structure one that seems to be very valuable in human terms: health. Let's look at each individual stage using this approach. When you find yourself in what you call out of balance, influx of pain, something not right, then the mind hurriedly does its staged work, does it not? Question mark. It would seem that it starts to problem solve. It starts to calculate. It starts to inquire. It starts to seek. Through an automatic algorithm, you have understand the algorithms of life, the repetitions, the things built in structure, the computer programs running in the holodeck. The truths that do not seek until the awareness of the truth can be reprogrammed. And you become that idea of in pain, wanting to fix it, seeking medical attention, things of that nature. These are your stage. The body is a vibration. The stages are vibration. When you enact them together, then you know you are going to be the results felt in all of your senses. We will hone in on the 5 and maybe the 6th in time. The 5 vibrations you know as your senses. It becomes part of the mixture, the blending of the now. So certain particulars would be understood as vibrational frequencies of the stage. When you are on a new stage, you get new frequencies. The blending occurs in the body. The body may react in your terms of equivocal coherence. The body might react in particulars that would give you an alarm. The mind of separation, continuing to judge and understand and inquire about things out of its own balanced measurement between sorrow and happiness, to be balanced in the middle, gets an alarm call from the body saying, I have pain. That pain is then assessed and it questions itself. Once it understands it has questioned itself on cause and effect, then in that moment, the stage is set. Stage does not happen in time. The stage is connected by you in the now as the congruency of time. In the now, that stage is yet another stage. Know this, my masters. So when you feel pain, ideas of uncomfortable, of let's say, Roxy's hemorrhoids, now and again. It is something to understand. But approach it from the stage setter instead of the actress on stage for that day. Then the new stage is set. A new mixture is allowed, and a new awareness is beset. An evolution without stamping is known. This might be, maybe, if you choose it to be, an importance. To give you again, there is no polarity until you assign it. Something of importance to focus in on this, what you would call lessonary, again, approaching that word from a descriptive point of view of your own liking, to understand how the now truly is all there is. It creates the nows. You may seem that nows go by so quickly. It may seem that time is where you spend your time. Yes. But the now sets the stage of time, does it not? Every single now, every single vibrational relationship, every single new awareness sets, period, end of story, a new stage. So my masters, an awareness has been given to you, once again, that you are a creator. And you can create the now as you are natural, light, and you create the stage of time as you are natural, light. They are both from the same point of view. The conscious awareness, however, has the gift of shifting points of view. And this stands the test of all universes, all here and nows, all of times, forever. You have the ability, as we all do, now you're starting to beseech it on yourself, to shift conscious awareness, to shift your awareness and point of view resetting every single stage. It has always been the way you see things, isn't it? So the classes have taught you an awareness of things, to have a different vibrational relationship to things. And that awareness of things and relationship to things has given you a new stage. So now it becomes your ability to respond as a creator and enact charge of your creation without control, with relationship to reality instead of defined as objects of creation and time, to see how your reality chosen shapes your reality now. And that scope reality chosen gives you a certain sight, and that sight is felt in the frequency of humanity, giving you the experience of the now. Stand by. The connection is good. We are distant in vibration, but is a heavy weight to Roxanne, for she understands it is an unfamiliar vibration. And when a construct understands itself, it becomes familiar with work, with exploration, with intrigue, with energy. So our energy depletes connecting to ourselves this way, connecting to our civilization this way. Roxanne asks a question. Tommy, are you present? Could you do Roxanne what you would call a favor? Could you get her a cookie? She needs some kind of energy. She is growing light-hearted and light-headed. Just one is fine. This is what she had in mind. Hmm. Eyes, 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 eyes. Eyes. Quite flavorful. Moving on. This new knowledge you have from the reinforcements of today's stage gives you a new sense, a sense of freedom. Now, let us talk in time, as we have promised, about this other sense, a sixth sense, if you will. See, that freedom sense gives you connection. Some may say permission, but it truly is connection. It is what you would call a relationship to the prism that connects all the here and nows, the frequency highway, as Roxanne called it one other time in her channeling career. She understands that this sense of freedom allows her to choose a joy, the one that is sensibly free. It is common sense. It is what you all have in common. Not common sense as measured by polarity, but what you all have in common, a sense of freedom. That freedom offers to a consequential mind bravery as well as consequences. Bravery is a limitation. It is an accord with an action to give yourself permission to find your sense of awareness, your sense of freedom. And it works, but it isn't couched in the idea of the language of limitation. However, once we have said, then always we have said, it's your relationship to every finite objective that you assign meaning that gives you the stage. It is nor not good, it is not bad. It is that of your choice to see how you relate to it to give you the certain blending, frequency, stage of the now. So you now understand this more so. This new knowledge sets upon you a divine, easier time of life. It doesn't matter what I do with myself, to my body, to others. Enacting my freedom light is what I do for my own experience. Now, let us speak of a definitive. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. What does that mean? Polarity. That's what it means. When we say do to others, it is how you act in according to them. You are doing them the service of your light. You're showing them whom you are in the finites of objects to find. You are also decreeing a new light upon them, showing them what you are, which only reflects to the self of each righteous understanding of itself, its own light. You must see this. Any amount of hesitation upon doing unto others, that relationship, firstly, without hesitation, is known as a truth. When that hesitation is enacted, then you understand your knowing yourself as a shade of light, a darkener of your own frequency. To do unto others as they have done to you is a polarized way to see things. It means if I hit, then have them hit me. This is give and take. This is eye for an eye. This is polarity. The new approach is this relationship, so we may have reference. I do that what I do unto others. My relationship, that is my highest truth unto myself. That is the highest light I can offer. If I do hesitate, then I sustain my world as the same stage and shade, dim, and darken my own light. If I offer my light unto others as they would do unto me, not in purpose, not in cause, not in effect, not as limited, but an approach of that, then I now see my light in them. And creation evolves. That would be coconut. Shortbread. Chocolate. The eyes are bright. Let's let us continue. Understanding the sense of freedom through enactments of own light, becoming light bearers for others to label themselves, to set their own stage, is the highest act of evolution possible. Understand yourselves. Be aware of something. Do not label this as you, or then you will be the stage set of labels. Oh. So this is our time to interact with you. We, as you, have just simply created vibration. And we, as you, simply connect. This, in and of itself, is creation. How you now set your stage is now known to who? The one that has always been, you. So there are no more excuses. There are no more reasons to fight. There are no more labels. But you use them because you are the stage setter now. So now you really truly know it doesn't matter what you do, leading to the sense of freedom. That sense of freedom enacts courage, bravery, still a stage, but yet a stage leading to more senses, senses beyond the idea of the here and now you understand yourself as, beyond the here and now, and beyond the here and now once again. And you will connect with those as gifted yourself to allow. This allowance will give you worlds beyond your measure. Your bodies will become vessels, the vessels of vibration to accord with that of the universe you choose, the planetary system, the dimension, the experiential, so you have all senses to enact upon this idea. Homo Divinicus, I believe you call yourselves. But again, it's a relationship, and all relationships are chosen, and all relationships are enacted for a stage to be set, to reality to be created, and a life to be led by you. Choose as you will with today's words. We shall speak this week with you. We are a gestalt, a family, a friend. We are that on which you label us. We, like you, have an accord. We call ourselves certainties. You call yourselves human, Homo sapien, Cro-Magnon, Homo galacticus, Homo divinicus. You call yourselves gods, fractals. We all do. We all are the relationship for particular experiences. We are creators. Stand by. We shall return this evening and speak with you once again. There is an apparency of creators in your universe already being channeled. We too are creators. We too call ourselves these ideas. We too are one and the same. The differentiation is your stage. We all bid you and see you this evening.